Bodies, my name's Melissa. This is a great workout for strengthening the lower body. That's really going to help you to hone in on your alignment, which will set you up for better posture throughout the rest of your body. There'll be some challenging moments throughout this class, so if something doesn't feel quite right for you, just take a moment and reset and join back in when you're ready. Okay, so we're going to start laying down on our mat today. So take a moment to hop down onto the floor and lay down onto your back in your nice neutral spine. Feel that the feet are hip width apart, and we want to line our hip bones up with our knee bones and our knees over our second toe. The feet need to be about a foot's distance away from your bottom, so if you're not quite sure, pop your head up now and have a look. And then when you're ready, place the hands down beside your hips, reaching your fingertips towards your heels, open through the shoulders and soften through the upper back area. Let's just take a breath in to prepare. And as you breathe out through the mouth, allow your body to become nice and heavy into the floor, really settling into the mat. Take another breath in. And as you breathe out again, just allow the bones to really settle down and that the muscles are releasing all through up and down the spine. We're going to start with bridging today, so take a breath in to prepare. And as you breathe out, we're going to start to curl under through your tailbone, flattening through your lower back, pressing into your feet and coming up into our bridge position. Now let's just take a moment here. I want you to feel as though you're really reaching through your knees right from your waist, and feel the lift and the strength coming from the glutes and the hamstrings, so your buttocks and the back of your legs. Checking the knee alignment, so you're reaching through the knees and not pushing them out to the side. They're really lengthening forward. Breathe in, stay there, and breathe out, melting down through your spine, one segment at a time, all the way back to neutral. Breathe in and stay, and breathe out as we peel up through the spine, one segment at a time. Press into your feet, reach through your knees right from your waist. Breathe in at the top, and breathe out, melting through your spine. Keep those knees in alignment, going over that second toe. Breathing in at the bottom, and breathe out as we roll up through the spine. And by now you're getting some nice movement through each segment. As you reach through the knees, breathe in at the top, breathe out as we roll down through the spine, all the way back down to your neutral. And we're going to do one more. Breathe in and breathe out as we roll up. Feel the nice release through the spine as we move with the breath. Now we'll stay up here and breathe in. And as you breathe out, just raise one heel up off the floor for me. So one foot's flat, one heel is lifted. And I want you to feel that the hips stay in nice alignment here, so you're not dropping down on one side. And then place that heel down. Then we do the other side. Breathe out as the heel lifts. Keep that nice alignment through the hips and the knees. And breathe out as the heel presses back to the floor. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. So we'll move with a little bit more flow here. And notice how the opposite buttock to the heel that's lifting is where the workout is. So you can really feel that working hard to keep your hips nice and stable. Now let's move with a bit more flow again. So we just change from foot to foot. And this is trickier to keep that nice alignment through the hips. And you can definitely feel that glute working and possibly the back of your legs as well. So let's keep going as we breathe out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you should definitely feel all the back body working nice and hard. Breathe in at the top, breathe out and roll back down all the way to your neutral spine. Okay, so we're going to breathe out as we roll up into a bridge again. So we breathe out, curl up through the spine, press into your feet, reach through your knees. And this is what we call a figure 8 here. So don't worry too much about getting the image in your mind, but let's start with the hips. And we're going to imagine that we're actually going to drop down through that left hip and come down to the floor with that left hip and lift it back up to the top again. Then we do the other side. So the right hip drops to the floor, we lower down through the right side of the spine and we pick it back up again. Now you'll notice the backs of your legs and the glutes are definitely working hard as we figure 8 through the hips. And a nice image that I like to use when I'm doing this is imagine that you're on the beach and you're scooping up sand with that hip. So we breathe in and breathe out, lift, and breathe in down and breathe out, lift, and one more to each side. And last one, hold it up there. This is what I like to call the typewriter. So you can imagine an old-fashioned typewriter now. We're going to press the hips to one side and lower down a segment, then to the other side and lower down, and again all the way back down to your mat, and then bring yourself back to centre and roll down. Well done. So you should really feel the backs of your legs nicely warmed up by now. So let's come across onto our side now. So laying on your side. Now if you need to support the neck, you can either put some towels between your head and your arm, or again just bring that hand forward and put some towels underneath the head here. I'm going to place my hand under my head. And we're going to work our inner thighs now. So you bring the top knee over onto the floor, and we're trying to keep the hips as stacked as possible here. We're going to work the bottom leg. So flex the foot, breathe in, prepare, and breathe out as we raise the top leg up without lifting that top hip and lower down. So raising the bottom leg up, squeeze through the inner thigh and lower down. Breathe out to lift, breathe in to lower. So moving with a little more flow now. Breathe out, lift, breathe in, lower. 3 more, lift, and 2, good, and hold it up here, 3. Let's circle our leg 3 times each way. 1, I want you to lead with the inner thigh rather than the foot, and reverse. Breathe out, 1, 2, and 3. Hold it up here, pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now you should definitely feel that inner thigh warmed up. Let's switch to the other side. Press yourself up through your hand and change sides. Make sure your neck is supported. Bend the top leg and bring it over onto the floor. Flex that bottom foot. Reach long through the side waist. Breathe in, prepare. Breathe out as we raise the leg. Breathe in, lower. So we keep zipping up through the core here. Even though this is not a specific core exercise, we need to keep the core nice and strong so the lower back is nice and stable as we lift and lower. 4 more. Breathe out, lift and lower. 3 and 2. And hold it up here, 1. 3 circles each way. Breathe out on the up part of the circle. 2, 3. And reverse. Breathe out and reach. 2, 3, and now 10 pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Okay, so we've covered the backs of our legs and now our inner thighs. I'm going to come over and roll over onto your tummy now and just target a different area of our buttocks. So we're placing our head down on our hands. We're just going to do the basic version of this today. So resting the head down on your hands, reach through the lower back so it's nice and lengthened. So a gentle press down of the pubic bone into the floor. So we're going to beat our heels towards our buttocks twice. So we breathe out as we go 1, 2, and on the inhalation, point your toes and reach your feet away, aiming to get the thigh bones just off the mat. So we're getting sort of the shelf of the buttocks, the top of the leg and the bottom of the bottom. That's where we're trying to target here, keeping that really nice press down through the pubic bone. And we're going to flex the feet as we bring the feet in. 1, 2, and breathe in as you point and reach away. Breathe out. Breathe out twice. Breathe in, reach away. 3 more. And 2. And last one. And just lower the legs down. Press the hands into the mat and fold back into a nice stretch forward. We want to counterbalance that action by coming forward through the spine and lengthening out. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, sitting back onto the heels and rolling up through your spine. So we're going to come up onto our knees now, and if that's a little sensitive for you to kneel, then you could also double your mat up or perhaps place another towel underneath your knees. So your knees or your thighs, again looking at that alignment, need to be hip width apart. And before we even begin, we want to make sure our core is really on here. This is quite a strong core exercise, as well as a leg strengthening here too. So lengthening through the tailbone. And let's take our arms up in front, shoulder width apart. We're going to reach forward through the arms. We're going to breathe in to prepare. And as you breathe out, we're going to hinge straight back from your knees, only as far as it feels comfortable for your knee joint and that you're keeping that nice core connection, so you're not losing control through your spine. And then come back up to kneeling all the way. Keep reaching those arms forward. Breathe out as we hinge back. And breathe in as we reach forward through the arms, as though someone's pulling you forward from the arms. Breathing out as we lean from the knees back, keeping a nice straight body, nice neutral spine. 2 more. Breathing out as we reach through the arms and hinge through the knees. Breathing in. And we're going to hold this one out here. So breathing out as we hinge back from the knees. Added core strength here. We're going to breathe in. Raise the arms. Breathe out. Keep pressing the hip bones forward. Keep connecting into your core so you stay nice and controlled. 2 more. Last one. And come all the way back up. Well done, that was a hard one. Okay, so now we're just going to come again onto our knees, right in the middle of our mat here. This is called kneeling side kick. It's quite a strong glute exercise. So take the arms out to the side. Breathe in, prepare. Breathe out and come up and over onto one hand. And as you do, just scoot the bottom leg out. So you can rest onto that hand on the floor and then take your other hand behind your head, making sure the hips are pressing forward. And we're going to start with a raise and lower. So as we breathe out, we raise the leg up to hip height is ideal. Breathe in as you come back down. Breathe out. Try to keep reaching through the crown of your head and of course zipping up through your core. You should feel this quite strongly into this glute, but also on this supporting side too. And this is our last one as we lift the leg up, little circles, 3 each way. Then the other way, breathe out, up, 2, 3, hold it up there. Bend the knee, press down through the leg, lift nice and tall. Breathe in, breathing out as we come up and over. Hand behind your head, other hand pressing into the mat. Draw the tailbone forward. Let's lift and lower for 1. Ideally hip height. The more you can lengthen through that leg, the better. Breathe out. And next one we're holding up there. 3 circles each way. Breathe out. 1, 2, tummies on. 3, other way. 2 and 3. Bend the knee, come all the way back up to your starting position. Very good. Should definitely feel those glutes now. Okay, so we're going to bring it into standing now. Okay, so our last phase of this workout is in standing. So applying all of those nice alignment cues that we've used through this class in standing. So place 1 foot forward and place your other foot back, not too far away. And if you just take the foot slightly out to the side a little, it creates a better balance for you. We're going to do a test run to make sure that you're in the correct alignment with your front knee because that's quite important for safety. So just bend down for me and we want to check that that knee isn't going past the front toes and that this knee is dropping fairly much directly to the floor here. You're really zipping up through your core and you should feel a nice stretch through the front of that thigh and then coming back up to standing. So if you need to make an adjustment by bringing that foot forward, do that now. Otherwise, as you breathe out, we're going to lunge down into that front leg and reach that other knee to the floor. And then stand nice and strongly on that front leg as we come up. Let's do 3 more. Breathe out. Really stand through that foot. Keep zipping up through the core. 2. Last one. And let's change legs. So stepping forward with that other leg and reach the other foot back and slightly out to the side to create a good base of support. So bending that front leg, checking the knee alignment isn't past the toes. And come up. Make the adjustment that you need to now. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, bending the front leg and dropping the other knee directly to the floor and coming all the way up. You don't need to touch the floor. The alignment is much more important than getting to the ground, and of course keeping that core control. 3 together, breathe out. And 2. And 3. Well done, you should have nice jelly legs by now. So let's do a nice roll down to finish and release all that tension. So feet are hip width apart. Looking straight ahead, take a nice deep breath in and breathe out, chin to chest, and roll down, releasing any tension out of the spine and let it just drain out of the head into the floor. Breathe in, stay there, and breathe out as you stack up through the body. Bring the arms forward like a zombie, reach up to the ceiling, open through the arms and chest, all the way back to standing. Well done.